Hello and welcome to another Zelda 1 Randomizer random percent race. This is an Elite 8 matchup between Thirwolf and FurySK. I'm John Taven. Joining me on commentary is Magic Friends. Good afternoon, Magic.
How are you doing today, John?
I am well. We got Elite 8 flags where this is a rubber match, game 3 of 3. FurySK lost game 2, I think. I think it was Fury. I think it's Fury who picked their Morse, which is Ganon will be forced for this seed. Part of the Elite 8 flags is it is randomly 1 to 5 heart start. And we can see from their start screen that the seed has kindly given them 5 hearts to start with. But
yeah, there's a lot of, because we're in the Elite 8 flags, there's some extra flags that could be turned on as well. So we'll have to look out for those.
Yeah, and some of them are can be quite unkind. So
we could have, I believe there's Mirrored Overworld, Swordless, Killable item drops, and there's one more I always forget.
Sprite Shuffle. Hope you got your cheat sheet up. Just in case. Yeah, it could be Sprite Shuffle or Fun %, which means that all the sprites are the same. So
yeah, the last race
for our sake, we're hoping their sprites are normal. Just
the last race was actually all boomerangs. Oops, all boomerangs. Yeah. So. So the runners should be getting started very shortly. They are readying up in IRC chat. Yeah, we know. Oh, there we go. Starting with a candle here. That'll be helpful.
Red candle and a bunch of Triforce pieces. We got 2, 3, 6, and 7 or 8, depending on the dungeon quest. No extra candles. We can find a take any right off, but there's not a candle in it. But it doesn't matter because I started with a red candle. Since it is Elite 8 flags, they only get 1 starting item, not 2. So if you're going to get 1 starting item, the red candle is a pretty good one.
Oh, it looks like standard money on the overworld here. So 30 for our middle secret. And level 9 right at the start.
Did anyone... Well, we'll catch it on Thirwolf's side. That is a second quest level 9 entry, so I've already forgotten which of the 7, 8 Triforce pieces we have, but whichever it is, it's second quest.
So we will not have to. We will have Triforce 7, but not Triforce 8, and honestly, I think that's actually a hindrance. Normally, if we're in first or shapes, we'd want the Triforce from 7, and that's.
The magical sword. The magical sword has been replaced by a bomb upgrade. That means there's not going to be a magical sword or white sword. Doesn't necessarily mean it's swordless. Obviously, that flag's kind of designed to go with swordless, but it's a 50-50 separate from the swordless flag. So
looks like our shop prices are also vanilla here. So
yeah, I think if the money secrets are vanilla, the shop prices are vanilla too. I could be wrong about that.
And those Tektites do not die to the red candle, so we definitely have some HP shuffle going on as well.
Yeah.
Both Thirwolf and Fury are going to try to get into this White Sword cave. Thirwolf getting a little trolled here with the blue line staying in the corner.
Yeah, what Thirwolf was doing there, he was hugging the right wall to manipulate the Lionel to chase left when the because the target toggles between Link and a point opposite Link. So if you get to one side, you can eventually the Lionel will either walk towards Link or walk the other way. So that's why he was hesitating in that particular spot. So they're both in level 5. Bubbles. This is a Triforce piece they need.
We have one way that includes traps in a room that we cannot get through without getting hit by the trap. And the other way is Wizrobes we can't kill, along with red and blue bombs. And a shutter door. Thirwolf was able to get through that room with some cute candle bops, but unfortunately gets the other side and just sees a candle and a transport stair into a map.
And that's second
quest the whole way.
Yeah, second quest level 5, so we got all second quest dungeons. Because 1 through 6 have to be all the same quest, and 7 through 9 all have to be the same quest, and we've seen 5 and 9. Enough to know.
So that means that this level 5 will have two transport staircases. So this could still be a transport here.
Yeah.
And it is.
Yeah, there will be a basement, and we don't know if Heart Shuffle is on, because that's random. So there may be a heart on the floor, there may be something else.
And that's a nasty room to come out of from that transport. There's a good shot. Thirwolf takes a death here too with his half a heart. He's got to be very careful coming out of this room. And into a Gliok. This dungeon already is not fun for any of the runners. Gliok and Wizrobes that we can't kill, and no sword.
So Thirwolf's noping out. He's going to have to come back there later, obviously, because he doesn't need that Triforce piece, but he's seen enough for now. And here's the White Sword Bomb upgrade. He didn't even touch it. I wonder why not. Maybe saving it for after he uses some bombs elsewhere.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna try and clear a couple more bomb spots in this upper corner, and then he'll go and grab it later. Also, with that money-making game, he did save out of 5 instead of just hitting continue. So there's a good shot that he's gonna spend these bombs. He tried money-making game, didn't pay off. Minus 30 on that one. That was a big loss. But it's probably that he's going to spend these bombs and then reset to get those bombs and that money back, and then he'll grab the upgrade. So both our players checking our take any roads. They are not vanilla, although the third one takes us to a vanilla spot. Those are actually pretty decent take any roads for being so close to start. One of them gets us to Death Mountain, one of us gets us to the coast, so that's actually pretty decent.
If Thirwolf picks up the bomb upgrade, it doesn't give him bombs, unfortunately. I believe it's unknown why that flag sometimes gives the bomb refill when you pick it up and sometimes doesn't. So
we have the power bracelet. The Armos item will be shuffled today, as it is not in its vanilla spot.
Yeah, we got it's one of the 2 Armoses in the forest, because we just saw the other possibilities. Well, or the blue ring armor. Yeah. We've seen 2 of the 5 possibilities eliminated just now.
So Thirwolf's going to make his way down Candle Row. I like this play. It's a lot of checks that you can make because you have that red candle. Fury's going to be trying to navigate his way into the graveyard and into Vanilla 126. We've seen a couple of checks already that are very first quest checks. The 2 bomb locations up in the northwest corner, both were bomb locations. We popped out of the coast bomb spot that is only first quest possible, so we won't know until we see level 5 or level 3's location or level 2's location, but right now, looking like a level first level overworld.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's hard to know, because obviously it's random with mixed quests, but so far we haven't seen anything second quest exclusive that opened. That
Also,
Armor is going to be in the forest.
Yeah. It's hard to check a lot of the second quest stuff since we don't have Recorder or Power Bracelet.
Yeah, I think that Fury tried to push the grave, and it didn't push, but that's about all. And yeah, Heart Rock open, which is first quest only. Thirwolf gone ahead to grab a potion.
Alright, well that's all but one of our Armos statues.
Yeah, whatever the Armos item is, I'm sure Fury's going to find it in a moment as he gets to this other check.
Yeah, it has to be this check, because Thirwolf has seen the one over near start.
Well, if Fury finds level 8, well, he's not going to check the Armos now, he's going to run into level 8.
I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up leaving this level 8 if anything impedes him.
Yeah, I mean, he does need the Triforce here. On the other hand, there are 800 staircases. So
seeing a Stalfos in the first room might be helpful. It means that unless we see Dark Nuts, it's likely he can actually clear these. And the Stalfos are dropping bombs.
Yeah, we got Drop Group, Shuffle, and Stalfos or Bomb Group. Ooh, we just saw a blue candle in a cave. This is a Swordless Seed.
Oh.
FurySK was the winner of the All Boards No Swords tournament, so he's pretty good at Swordless, but so is Thirwolf.
I believe, was Thirwolf the other finalist of that tournament?
I think you're right. I think that was
because
they at least, I know they at least played each other in that tournament. I don't remember if it was the finals or but
was it? It might have been HN.
Yeah.
So that's actually gonna be right now. That's a bit of an advantage for Thirwolf because he's going to know that he's going to know how much more important it is for him to dig out these dungeons. If Fury finds the Triforce in 8, he might nope out of here. Whereas Fury knows I have to keep digging until I find the wand. That's the wand is the most important item for the seed.
Yeah, because the Remorse Flag is forced Ganon. We know that Ganon's going to be required, which means the wand is required, because when the Swordless Flag is on in the randomizer, Ganon becomes vulnerable to the wand instead of the sword. So you can't complete the seed without getting the bow, the silver arrows, and the wand.
Thirwolf grabbing some meat there. Since we are in second quest everything, there will be more meat blocks available.
Yeah, there will be a meat block somewhere in 8 and somewhere in 3. Now, doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be in the way, but it's nice to not have to worry about that.
So Thirwolf's going to be finding his level 8 probably in about right now. Let's see if he sticks around.
He's going to jump out and check this Armos.
He's seen the other 4 locations, so he knows.
Yeah, so he knows it has to be here. It's just a power bracelet, but worth a check anyway. Because if it had been, say, the wand, it would have been a massive advantage.
Or, yeah, wand or a bow, or even at this point, a boomerang would probably be something that he would pick up just to be able to stun enemies and stack them on the candle fire.
Yeah. Yeah, we do have a first quest overworld. That level 2 screen confirms it. So, first quest overworld, full second quest underworld.
There's the bomb upgrade for Fury. 113. Thirwolf's pretty close to that number, but Fury's nowhere near it. And Thirwolf has 3. 3 is actually a dungeon I would dig out.
Yeah, they have the Triforce here, but it's pretty small, and he just got the meat. He can up a save the meat if the block's in the way, and so might get a good idea. Is Heart Shuffle on? There's going to be at least one item in the floor. Well, one of them's the heart.
Well, it'll be hard to determine Heart Shuffle in this dungeon because both the items are going to be floor drops.
Sure, but
unless we see double heart.
Yeah. Well, even double heart wouldn't tell for sure unless you see the coast, but it's really hard to confirm Heart Shuffle on or off until you've seen almost like most of the seed. Ooh, now that's a magical boomerang on the floor. That is interesting because it might mean vanilla items.
That would make things, if that information is available to Thirwolf, that is huge.
Now, if it is vanilla, vanilla second quest items, then Fury is in the right place to find the wand.
Well, Thirwolf also has seen that dungeon already, so if he gets any other indication that this is second quest item drops, then he'll probably go straight back into that 8.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you see one item. It's it's very, very common for an item to randomly roll vanilla, but it's got to be on your mind. Heart on the coast. Heart on the coast. Power bracelet under the armos. And the white sword item was the white sword bomb upgrade, and we got the blue boomerang in 3. So far could be vanilla.
Yeah, I wonder how long Thirwolf goes before he makes a determination that it's vanilla. Oh,
well,
it
Fury
is.
Fury just found the wand, so that's.
We could double down on that vanilla theory, and that gives Fury a big advantage here. He is able to actually make combat with things like Dark Nuts now that neither runner was able to beforehand.
Yeah, and yeah, Thirwolf's not going to be too far behind him. I doubt he, given what he's seen in the seed, I doubt he leaves the dungeon without seeing items. So. One of the items might be ladder blocked, but we know the wand isn't.
Yeah, and Zarnak's pointing out another point. The other item in here, if it is vanilla, would be the any key, and that's such a huge exploration benefit for both these runners this early in the seed.
Yeah.
It also means we're much less likely to pick up the book right now.
Oh yeah, unless Boomstick rolled on. There's not much the book can do for them.
So it seems like Fury's stuck in that tail. There is a Chevy room to the left of where that tail pops out. So he's going to have to take something back to the other half of the dungeon.
Yeah, question chat. Book could be Atlas, but they know what the second quest dungeon maps look like, so that's not terribly valuable for them.
Now, if it is a boomstick seed, they will definitely be going. They will definitely look at that because the amount of combat they'll be able to shave off by having the boomstick is immense. It also looks like our red bubble curse is swordless, as Fury seemed to just ignore them in that last room.
His controls are not reversed. He has his input display on his emulator, so no, he's... Looks like the bosses are going down in one hit.
Good for us because it'll make things like killing Goliaths a lot easier. Unfortunately, most of the bosses still need some other item to actually interact with them, so we have to go find all those first.
So Fury finds a heart container on the floor, picks up the map.
So getting vanilla item drops hasn't happened very often because it also requires like some of the other items some of the other check marks to roll successfully. Like you can't have vanilla items, but then shuffle in the heart item. So
right. Well, yeah, and we'll get too deep into it, but there are some things that we've discovered in this tournament that the randomizer does with vanilla item shuffle and mixing dungeons that weren't really intended, but can get pretty weird. But
rando's gonna rando.
Yeah. But we have full second quest, so that's not going to be in play. Bo is in 1 in first quest vanilla. In second quest, it's 5.
Yeah, so Bo is actually, if Bo is in 5, that is also one of the dungeons that we have found already.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, both of them noped out of there without the Triforce, so they're going to go back there anyway. But if it is vanilla items, as it appears to be, then they'll certainly have to dig that, given the fort's canon.
We have seen 3 or 4 dig doggers already, so they may prioritize going back into 5 because extra extra bosses might be on, and getting that bow and arrow to kill any Gliaks you run into could be very important. Yeah, chat saying that there was a staircase potential in 5 that Gliak would have been blocking, so that Thirwolf up-aid from. So he also could be thinking about that in the back of his head. So both runners, Thirwolf still hasn't figured out how that perfect route to get to that wand, but I think this is pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, here it is. Yeah, Thirwolf has the wand too, so didn't take him too long to catch up on that. So pretty close race.
He's only
if you have a swordless seed where one runner has the wand for a long time before the other one, it can you can start to see some distance push develop between them, but not this time.
I mean, that's what we're looking for in the elite, but when you're up to the elite 8, you really want to have a good close race. And you expect it with runners of this caliber.
Yeah. On the other hand, sometimes there's a lot of luck in these seeds and with these flags. So even very good runners can pick the wrong order. But it looks like Fury's decided he can't find this Triforce without a ladder or something. So he's getting out of here. We'll see how long Thirwolf keeps digging, and if he finds anything Fury didn't. Now, Fury heading into 3, which Thirwolf has already done.
Thirwolf also is very close to getting this bomb upgrade, and if he can find 10 more rupees somewhere around this dungeon, then he can grab that bomb upgrade before it leaves. That would give him a bit of an advantage, especially if we run into any more Wizrobe dungeons.
Fury grabbing the magical boomerang, as he is wont to do.
With the magical boomerang and the heart container out of there, he's done with 3. He will not be back. Probably back into overworld exploration for Fury, while Thirwolf still just tries to figure out if he can kind of suss out the Triforce in here, or again, there could be an any key in here as well.
And Fury's doing overworld stuff that Thirwolf's already done, so really neck and neck. Oh, Thirwolf found the Triforce.
Ah, so that's going to give... So Thirwolf will not have to go back into 8, whereas Fury still has to go dig that back out again.
Yep. Yeah. Now, if Fury happens to find the any key when he comes back for that Triforce, maybe that... and Thirwolf gets key blocked somewhere, maybe that comes into play, but we'll see.
So Thirwolf's going to pick up this arrow here. That if he's thinking vanilla, then he knows that silvers are going to be a 9, and he's going to need those silvers at some point, but he's probably going to need those some arrows to get past stuff.
Yeah, it's a swordless seed. He's about to go back into level 5, where presuming vanilla items are on as we think they are, is going to have the bow. Pretty logical purchase there.
Level 5 is going to be a little bit easier now that we have the wand for our combat item, but we still have to deal with the fact that we only have 4 bombs, and this is a Wizrobe dungeon, and the only way we can deal with Wizrobes right now is with those bombs.
Yeah, or just dodge them. And Thirwolf did see a Gleeok in here, which he can now kill and could not before. So, let's see if he does that. This could be a push block as well. With 0 HP enemies, the Gleeok goes down right down and gives him a compass.
I don't think he can go north twice. I think they've already checked this room. Oh, they came out from this room before. That's right.
Gonna need to find a way to transport to that side of the dungeon. Second quest level 5 has 1 walk-through wall. It's a left to right walkthrough, so... and the randomizer just takes those walls and shovels them around, so somewhere there will be a walk-through wall you can go through left to right, not up-down.
They're trying to get spicy to get through this, get to this transport staircase, but that's going to be a miserable room to get through. He's probably going to take multiple times, even with the candle, to try some boost strats. There's just nowhere to dodge. Thirwolf getting his swordless news now, although I have a feeling
Theory.
Theory, yes.
Yeah.
Although I have a feeling he suspected it already.
Yeah. I mean, he was kind of playing it that way. So, I mean...
Ah, that's a level 7. We will be noping right out of there.
Yeah, if they started with the level 7 Triforce, it's a big old spiral with just a red candle, which they also started with. Really no reason to be there. Red candle, assuming vanilla items, unless it turns out items are shuffled and they absolutely have to go back in there. They're not going to.
Thirwolf finally able to get through that spiral room and finds a Gleeok. He has keys to keep going here. Or Goma.
Yeah.
Word Tango. We had to name Digdogger and Dodongo, and then Gliok and Goma. Like, we couldn't use other words here. Ah, that's a bow!
Yep. So definitely looking like vanilla items. Because every item we've seen has been in its second quest location. We'll go ahead and fill out the tracker under that assumption. Thirwolf up and Aang saving. Did he had the compass. Did he see something in the Triforce room?
So the room that would lead to the Triforce is either behind... It looks like it's either behind water, which he did run into a ladder block there to get to the middle section of the Z, or he has to go through that Wizrobe room to get to another staircase.
He tried bombing the wall from below, so he can't.
Right.
So, yeah.
I would suspect that the problem is he can't get through that room with the Wizrobes to get to the other staircase. That would put him in the middle section.
Oh, okay.
And he's just not going to use his last 3 bombs to try and, like, miracle the...
Oh, look at that. We got a book in the shop. It is a boomstick seed.
Oh.
And it's a first quest overworld, so there are some big secrets out there. More than... And with vanilla, it looks like it's vanilla prices and items, so there are 300 secrets out there somewhere. So that boomstick is definitely on the radar.
No, I think
Boomstick does work on Wizrobes.
Yeah, I think Thirwolf has found one of the 100 secrets, but still, with 2 to go, he's definitely going to keep that book in mind and probably make a play for it as soon as he has access to it.
Yeah, Fury is digging 2. Second quest 2 has the recorder. They already have the Triforce in here, so that's definitely what he's interested in, assuming he's deduced vanilla items, which he probably has. And the recorder, depending on how the flags rolled, can be pretty overpowered. If it can be old dungeons, which is in vanilla first and second quest, it goes to the first quest dungeon locations. It can be the new dungeons, meaning the dungeons in the seed that they're playing, in which case the recorder can reveal all those dungeons. And it can be unbeaten dungeons, in which case it can reveal the dungeons with the Triforces they need. So he's probably going to find that recorder and whistle and blow the whistle to see what it does.
Yeah, dodging the Triforce there, he doesn't need that. And also with this, with a recorder pickup, it's going to increase the amount of mobility they have. When you're starting up in that northeast corner, when you're starting in any of the corners of the map, increasing your mobility to get to the section you want to check next can save you 3 to 5 minutes of just moving, screen scrolling, dodging Lionel beams. The one drawback is that 2 is a bit beefy in second quest. It is the letter A in the word Zelda. But there is 3 large columns. Or columns? Yeah, 3 long columns that go from north to south that take up... and they also go from the top to the bottom of the map. So it's not easy to navigate all of them. And there also tends to be a couple of bomb blocks and like one-way passages that kind of snake it back and forth. But he finds his recorder.
All right, let's check out these recorder flags. Oh, he may do some checks in the immediate area before he does that, just in case the flag's rolled in an inconvenient way that makes it difficult to get back here. He can take
We're
care
actually talking about this at the end of their last race, and Fury, he'll use the recorder to get to sections of the map, and then he'll check off each section. He'll get to a section, he'll do all the checks he can, and then when he hits a dead end, like he probably will, and he'll either check these 2 spots and then whistle away, or he might go up north and check that one burn bush that you screen scroll to first. But he'll make all these checks, get them out of the way, and then he'll whistle to check where he's going, and wherever he ends up, he'll figure out what checks he needs there, and then clear those out as well. So he's not just going to spam the whistle.
Bit of a high five on that screen transition as they pass each other.
Ooh, level 4. So I guess he's going to be sticking around here for a while, actually. That is a Triforce we need.
Yeah, it's Triforce they need. The items are the book and the raft. I think depending on how fast the Triforce presents itself, you may or may not stick around to look for items.
Well, and on Thirwolf's side, he knows that the items are actually the big shield and the raft.
Correct, yeah. With the boomstick seed, the book and the magical shield swap places, so that'll be in here. And the raft is, of course, only important if there's something important on a raft spot, which there are only 2 of them, so it's not super likely, but certainly possible.
The only thing that we would want that could be on a raft spot right now that we don't know about is where level 1 is. We have found 4, we found 5, we found 8. Mm-hmm. So if it's not exactly level 1 on a raft spot, we probably don't care.
Yeah.
What level has the ladder?
But if you find it right now, 6. Thirwolf finds that raft.
Well, that eliminates that possibility. I guess 6 is also a dungeon we're probably going to dig out. Yeah. As Thirwolf has already seen some ladder blocks in 5, and Fury is probably under the assumption that he needs to use the ladder or the bow in 8.
Yeah.
Fury getting that Dig Dogger kill, that is one advantage that Fury has with the recorder. When we get to these Dig Dogger blocks, he can pass through those, whereas Thirwolf's going to have to up A from those rooms, or take a different path. Thirwolf's also going to have to be careful of his hit points. He is at half a heart, and Beam Dark Nut corners him. Back to start he goes.
Yeah. Second Quest level 4 is pretty large dungeon. It's a big D shape, so. But Fury finds the compass, so he knows which directions to go for that. And Fury has not found the raft yet, unlike Thirwolf, so we'll see if he books it for the Triforce, or I think probably you go straight for the Triforce if you can.
Yeah, that looks like his game plan. He's trying to either walk through this wall or bomb through this wall. Oh, he doesn't have any bombs, though. He can't bomb through that wall.
He can buy a bomb upgrade, though, and now he can bomb through that wall.
+4, is that? Are we at 10 already?
Yeah, I think they got a +2 from the White Sword item, so...
Oh, but we're gonna have to go around to get there. So this is interesting. If Thirwolf goes... Fury can actually go to the right here because of that recorder. Thirwolf cannot. So Thirwolf's going to have to try to see if he can get to that Triforce from the left side instead, which is going to be a bit of a longer path. Nasty room to fight this Dig Dogger in.
Manhandler, you mean?
Yes. Yeah. Man.
Sir, have you played this game, sir?
I don't know.
Yeah, that Manhandler did have the Triforce and he got it, so
we're just gonna call I guess from when I cast the last seed, everything was the boomerang. Every joke was like, So he boomerangs the boomerang with the boomerang and the boomerang. Just gonna call everything Dig Dogger this seed, and we'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
All right, so here, Fury, like,
I believe that actually was the Dig Dogger room. It just dropped the Triforce in the heart container slot.
yeah.
Or it might have been the Triple Dogger room. There are 2 Fireball Turret boss rooms in 4. Anyway, Thirwolf's in 2 now, so he's gonna get the recorder too. And Fury blows the recorder. It's going to new. It's going to new unbeaten dungeons. Perfect.
So that puts him. That'll put him.
So he's about to find level 1. If he so chooses. Which I imagine he will.
Ah, up here in Death Mountain.
Yeah. So yeah, you get to find level 1 in Death Mountain without actually taking Death Mountain. Pretty valuable recorder. Thirwolf's gonna get that same value out of it in a moment.
But Thirwolf's gonna have to go back into 4. So Thirwolf's gonna have the advantage of... Thirwolf has that bow already, so he... But he hasn't gotten the Triforce out of 5, so he's going to have to go back into 5. Fury has to go back into 5 and 8, but he will be finishing up 1 very shortly and has 4 already done. This is a really close race, even though the runners are not, like, their item counts and their locations are very different, but it's a very close run.
Zarnak's making a great point in chat. They started with 6's Triforce, so that counts as a beaten dungeon. They can't whistle to it. They may have to dig out the overworld to find level 6.
Fury's trying to figure out what else he could do in this level 1.
Oh, did he hit a ladder block? I saw the river room with the boomerang in the map slot, but I didn't see what room it was. There is a transport in Second Quest 1, but if it didn't roll into a convenient spot, he may be ladder blocked out of there. So ladder required to get the Triforce out of 1.
So now...
Let's find 6.
Fury thinks the ladder's required for 1 and 8. Thirwolf thinks the ladder's required for 5. So... each of them have completely different information that's telling them, go find the level 6 that we have no clue about.
Fury's gonna go ahead and check Death Mountain. He has plenty of bombs to do it. Yeah, it looks like neither of them found a workaround in 5, and I imagine even if that spiral... there's 6. Not too far.
Yeah, two screens to the left. We find level 6.
So, if Thirwolf routes similarly, which I think is highly dependent on how many bombs he has when he hits that ladder block in 1, if that's where he goes next, he'll find this too, but... This is a pretty nasty start. We got a Wizrobes in a grid room just to get anywhere in this level.
Yeah, the grid room throws the Wizrobe logic all over the place, because sometimes they bounce through 2 stones, or 1 stone, or all the stones, and then you basically have to stand... Usually you would fight Wizrobes by standing on the lines of the grid, but you can't do that in this room.
Right. Yeah, if you stand a half tile below a Wizrobe, it won't fire at you, but if you have to be on a voltile to walk through the room, you can't really do that, so... Pretty dangerous.
Alright, Fury able to clear that out. Doesn't get rewarded with the staircase. does get rewarded with a stack of Dodongos afterwards. So he's going to have to... Oh, he can't even kill all these Dodongos because we don't have a sword to farm off of them.
Yeah, swordless Dodongos are pretty nasty in swordless because...
And then the next room, he gets trapped in by a shutter door and a ladder block.
Yeah, he's going to have to use a key here. Check this left lobe, see if...
Thirwolf ran out of bombs.
That might be an actual bait block because I think that room you can go up from that. There's a room above that room, but if you can't kill the Dodongos, I think you have to have bait there, and Thirwolf has bait, so we'll see. We'll see if that's if you can bomb behind that hungry lever. Oh, that's right. It's 6. What was that? It's just the sprite. It's just the because he's playing with the Trogdor sprite. It replaces the old man with the levers. Never mind. Ignore everything I just said.
But that means we are Dodongo blocked in that room. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get behind that old man lever, and so you're gonna have to get through that Dodongo room to which in a swordless siege is pretty mean.
Well, and now that he's left that dungeon, that room with the wizrobes, so the problem is you have to get through the room with the wizrobes that you can only kill with bombs, and then finish that room with at least 6 bombs so you can kill all 3 of the Dodongos. Yeah, that's a lot of bombs to be required back to back.
Yeah, I think you probably just damage boost through the wizrobes and save your bombs for the Dodongos.
Well, we might see some farming on the overworld if that's the case, just to get the boomstick. But I mean, I don't mean like killing enemies. I mean like looking for 100 secrets.
Yeah, boomstick would definitely simplify that. So, but Fury's back in 8. He was not assuming ladder block here. He just he's farming money. He was just killing because that first room was full of Salphos. But he didn't. Oh no, he's farming bombs. That's because the Salphos are bomb droppers in the seed. That's what he was doing. He was taking bombs and coming back with them.
So now he's got 8 bombs for that first room, and then he's got, and hopefully he can get through that with maybe a safety bomb. And then he'll have 4 bombs for the next one, or 6 bombs for the next one. Thirwolf does get his Triforce on a 4, so he is back in the Triforce lead. And we're seeing very similar strategies from these two. Thirwolf's checking everything else in the Deadwoods, and then he's gonna go check Recorder Lake, and then he'll whistle away to his level 1. Oh, and the Dodongos held the compass too.
Yeah. Of course, it doesn't light up because they already have this Triforce, but it does. It's one less. It's one room he doesn't have to glare, at least.
All right, we've got a ladder for Fury. So that gives him the vantage meter swings back towards Fury's side with the ability to get that Triforce out of 5.
That's funny that Fury whistled twice instead of just walking a screen over. I'd have to think about if that was even any faster. It might have been slightly. Yeah. 2 screen transitions, 2 whistles. Probably saved a second or 2.
It probably saves time because if he could screen scroll them perfectly, it might be a little bit faster to go the other way, but if he misses 1 screen scroll, it was probably better to whistle.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's how close it is, right? So Thirwolf found out he was blocked in 1, but unfortunately he went to East Death Mountain first instead of going to the west. He's finding another book, but that's not going to help him. That's going to slow him down a little bit, checking these spots first. Oh, but he did find 100 secret. That puts him still only about, it's still like 20, 75.
If he happens to come across another 100 secret, he could make something happen with the boomstick, but
all right. Welcome, everybody coming over from SpeedGaming. We are in the Elite 8 flags of the Zelda 1 Random % Tournament. And Thirwolf knew where the other 100 secret was. He must have seen that earlier and not taken it, because he went directly towards that 100 secret, and he's whistling back up to 1 to go get his boomstick.
oh, did he? No, I think he just, that was just the last check he had in the area, so he.
Wow, if that's the case, he hit. That was very lucky for him. So
Yeah,
he's
kind
gonna
of
be
hit
able
the
to
jackpot
do
there.
one and then just jump in and grab his book.
He's gonna find the ladder block in 1 pretty quickly, and then see if he heads straight to the bookshop or if he takes West Death Mountain. Either of them will be profitable. So Fury's back in 5.
So Fury's gonna grab his compass here, but this next room north from here was the one that they couldn't get through. They're gonna have to get to that from either the middle or the top.
So Thirwolf's about to find level 6. He only has 3 bombs. We know that we kind of need a bunch of bombs to get through this. Let's see, is he going to bother with killing the Wizards? He is not. Still not going to be enough to clear that Dodongo room, though. You need 6 bombs to open that shutter, and the ladder is in the direction of that shutter. Fortunately, you can't go anywhere else without the ladder, so the level kind of forces you into the ladder room.
So he's whistling back to 1, and yeah, it looks like he's going up to Death Mountain to grab that book right now.
Yeah. The book was for sale at Speckle Rock. This is a boomstick seed, meaning that instead of the wand firing flame, it will fire bomb explosions, which will upgrade his combat significantly here. So, Fury, meanwhile, getting his bow out of 5. Ganon is required in this seed, and by runner's agreement. So, Fury got to change a flag after the last race. So his remorse flag was to turn on. Was to turn on Ganon required. So that bow is required. We got the bow. We got the wand, which when a swordless seed is what kills Ganon, and so the only piece we need is the silver arrows, which we know are going to be a 9 because we have a vanilla item shuffle.
Oh, Thirwolf was walking into a 6, and he just was on the wrong frame, got stuck on the tree frame that's sticking out there, and got sword beamed by a Lion-O. And so he's got to start that trek all over again. That's in a race that's this close. Oh, that makes your gut hurt.
Yeah, it's only going to cost him like 30 seconds to a minute, but it's a really stressful time loss to take that death. And stay cool and get back.
So this is that room that the Thirwolf check to try and get into. And Fury's leaving it again. He has no keys. Oh.
He's going back to 8. Now that's interesting. He might be thinking he could I mean he still needs the Triforce out of here, but he may just be farming bombs again. He's just farming bombs again. Yeah, he may be thinking he could stock up on bombs and clear out that staircase. But Thirwolf's gonna get his ladder shortly.
Yeah, the ladder was kind enough to be very close to the path to the Triforce.
Yeah, it's actually one room right of where the ladder is in Vanilla Second Quest 6.
Alright, so Thirwolf getting his... What is Thirwolf still digging out in here? He doesn't need that
I think what he was thinking was he'd grab the Triforce and go back to start without losing his health, but once he saw it was the Dongos and he can't he doesn't have 6 bombs to feed them, he decided to up A instead.
Ah, gotcha. These Lionos seem extra spicy today. They are firing on all cylinders. It seems like Thirwolf is using the blue Lionos out here to farm bombs off of.
Except I don't think they're in the bomb group.
Yeah, they're not acting like it.
They're dropping a ton of health. Yeah, they rolled into the health group. Unless he forced 2 fairies.
I think he was confused because he was getting them off of some of the red Lionos on... Yeah, there's one of them. He was getting them off the red Lionos on the way over to the 6, but he was killing just a batch of them all at the same time.
Yeah, so they swapped groups. The blues are health and reds are bombs today, which is the opposite of how it's supposed to be. But... yes, the bomb forcing mechanics with 10 enemies work the same, but the flag that's on that we're talking about is the shuffle the random drop groups. So the enemies that normally there are 2 counters going that control drops. There's a consecutive counter for force drops, and then there's just a global counter that controls when enemies can randomly drop things, and which enemies can randomly drop things are controlled by which drop group they're in, and that flag randomizes it. So normally, red Lionels will drop health and blue Lionels will drop bombs. In this seed, it's the opposite.
So it seems that Thirwolf coming back into the 6 again.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision.
Confused.
I don't know if maybe he. I mean, he has to see that the Triforce isn't lighting up, so. I'm wondering what I'm not sure what else he's gonna get done in here.
Yeah, the red bubble curse does seem like it's swordless XO.
Yeah, I mean he could the heart container for the magical sword bomb upgrade. That seems like a lot of potential time to spend on not a lot of value, but.
Him clearing out this Dodongo room makes me think... Oh, no, now he's going north. I have no idea.
Well, I'm trying to think what item... I mean, he's seen the ladder out of here. Yeah, I can't. Keys, maybe? That must be it. He's at 1 key. Maybe he's looking around for keys.
Well, both runners have been having key troubles recently. Fury's back into this 5 trying to navigate through with his keys. But he's at 0 again. He does have the bombs to get through here, but if he hits a key again, he's just going to be locked out. This is not a fun room to be fighting Wizrobes in either. But Fury's going to use the door glitch to reset the enemies that are in the room. Gets it down to 1 blue. He's going to spend the other half of that potion to make sure he doesn't die here and backtrack again. So
yeah, someone's saying if he's looking for keys, why doesn't he go to 8? The problem is 8 is so large, and he already has the Triforce out of there, so but he is whatever his mission is here, he's spending time on it, so.
Alright, gets paid back off by that bomb drop, and it looks like he won't need a bomb to get into the next room. So Fury's going to have his Triforce in 5. He's going to be heading to level 1 to try and finish up that big triangle.
Yeah, at this point, this dig for Thirwolf is costing him some precious time. He needs to. Alright, he found a key. He needs to get back to 1, grab the Triforce behind that ladder block, and get back to 5.
Well, yeah, see, this feels like it's taking him longer to find keys in 6 than it would for him to find the any key in 8 if he's worried about what keys he has in 9.
Yeah,
Fury's in 9. When did he get the Triforce out of 1?
Oh, we must have missed it.
Wow, it must have been like
it must have
fast.
Yeah, it must have been like the next room after the ladder block. Yeah, he must have done that right after he got the ladder. All right, so we're in 9. Ganon Force is on, so we're looking for, listening for a roar. We're gonna need to kill Ganon, and we're looking for a shutter door that doesn't open to find Zelda.
Well, that Manhandla could have been the shutter door if Ganon's not in his original room.
Yeah, but Fury doesn't have the boomstick, so he doesn't want to spend his bombs just yet, just to confirm that Zelda's there.
And we do need to find a staircase with the silvers as well.
Yes, that's right. He is going to have to look in staircases. Thirwolf. Finally out of 6. Going back into 1, which shouldn't take very long since Thirwolf did it so fast we didn't even see it. And Fury did it so fast we didn't even see it. So Thirwolf will get his Triforce out of 1 pretty quickly, and then he'll have to head back to 5.
Oh, get an item, but it's jewelry instead. That'll give Fury a lot of extra health to tank these things, but not what he wanted.
I mean, you don't say no to it, but you're gonna. But the silvers are the priority.
Still have to be careful because those reds will do 2 hearts of damage if they shoot them. So at 2 hearts, those still are lethal.
1 heart of damage with red rain. Zarnax pointing out in chat, having the boomstick will make 9 a lot easier for Thirwolf once he gets there. He just needs to giddy up.
Yep, so we have Fury is now trying to bomb through this room. This could be a push block room. Unfortunately for Fury and for Thirwolf as well, because we're in second quest 9, there's not quite as many staircases as first quest 9. Neo, the boomstick is a modification where by picking up the book, instead of making your wand shoot fire, it shoots bombs. So at the end of your wand shot, you see the white smoke that pops up. That's a bomb damage, which is 4 hearts of damage, and it does affect both Darknuts and Wizrobes.
You can see Thirwolf using the boomstick on Wizrobes in the spiral right now.
Alright, Fury comes to a dead end, decides to up A. He's back at the start of that dungeon. Thirwolf's about 6 rooms away. This is a straight shot down to that item, and he's already cleared out his bow, so he can go a little bit faster as well. Fury using the nice door clip. If you stand right on that line in the door, you can still fire the wand at those danger noodles and stay safely inside the archway. And we have a roar.
Yeah. So like we said, with the swordless flag set, with the swordless flag on, Ganon is modified, so the sword will hurt him the way the wand will hurt him the way the sword normally does.
Alright, here comes Thirwolf into this 9. Let's see if that boomstick can make up enough time for him to snatch this game back.
Yeah. Now, Fury has not found the silver, so for Thirwolf finds the red ring right off. For Thirwolf to snipe this, he's going to need to get to the silvers first.
Have either of them found the door to Princess Zelda, though?
I don't know. Fury's taking a pass on clearing some of these potential shutter rooms, so if he's seen it, he doesn't know for sure. Unless I missed it. But yeah,
Thirwolf just cleared a room about almost in the same column as the basic entryway. So if you go up to the dark room and then straight left, you find the princess.
Okay, that's and that that gave that. So the boomstick gave him that information that Fury probably doesn't have, because Fury's not stopping to bomb his way through Wizrobe rooms for obvious reasons. So yeah, this just got really close.
Yeah, Fury has seen a lot of this dungeon, but
Yeah.
that boomstick is starting to pay off.
Yeah, Fury has a head start in exploration, but there's some stuff that he just can't practically do that Thirwolf can. Fury has heard the roar of Ganon, so he'll know where to go once he finds the silvers. Although, we're still on Fury's audio, but if I remember right, I think Thirwolf's gonna hear Ganon somewhere around here.
Thirwolf is making very quick work of this left-hand side, digging his way up to the upper left ear here. The other big thing is that Thirwolf is finding keys on the floor that Fury is not. So if keys become important, he's still going to have that key advantage. Yep, there's a compass up in that ear that proves that Thirwolf found his princess and just needs those silvers in the Ganon.
Now this could be a push block. And if this is where the silvers are, it's going to be tricky for Fury to clear. Just because he'll have to do it just with bombs. No, just a transport.
Just a transport. That's another room that could have it.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, I think Thirwolf's gonna steal this one. Now, let's see. Has Thirwolf heard Ganon?
Not sure. I thought it was towards the northeast a little bit more.
Well,
But
I mean,
he's cleared so much from the northwest of the left side that he's just going to go to the right side and check everything.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is. Fury's not out of it yet, but it's so hard to clear these Wizrobe rooms with without the boomstick that it's going to be really tough.
Yeah, and he's down to 2 bombs, so a lot of these Wizrobe rooms he doesn't even have the potential to clear if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh, it sure's not. I think he heard it because he's trying to get through to the left from that room, and it's not working. I think he heard the roar of Ganon right there. That is a good point, CD. This is the winner's bracket still, so both of these two are still undefeated. Whoever loses this will move down to the bonus bracket. Whoever wins this will move into the top 4.
Yeah, the winner of this will face TA909 in the top 4. The loser will face the winner of the Eat My Steel versus Zarnax series, which begins later tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern, right here on SpeedGaming 3.
Thirwolf has found Ganon. As long as he doesn't take a death here to the 0 HP Ganon, we are going to have our winner. Three screens left for Thirwolf. Fury has had to leave to go find bombs. And that is going to do it for this race. GG's for Thirwolf.
Yeah, get your GG's in chat for Thirwolf, finishing with an official SRL time of 1:11:15. And Fury sees that and immediately forfeits. So, and Fury said in the chat, guessing northwest corner. He's exactly right, but.
Yeah, I mean, and Fury knows it. He's just missing the ability to clear out that corner of Wizrobes, and you know, he knows he can clear that out with bombs. He knows he can clear that out and finish the seed. But
and we're joined now by both Thirwolf and Fury. GG guys.
Thanks. I had to erase my dot forfeit and put dot done.
Now, Thirwolf, we wanted to ask you about you spent some time in 6 after getting the ladder.
I thought I needed the Triforce for no good reason. I have no excuse.
Okay.
Yeah,
Easy
we were
answer.
like, is he digging keys? This is kind of a strange place to do that, but it didn't. Yeah, so Fury was first into 9. Like.
Oh, I assume so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I took a very weird path in 9.
But Fury did not have the boomstick. What was weird about your path at 9?
Normally I go right. This time I'm like, I'm just going to go as far away from right as I can go.
Okay.
Just do that.
Fair enough. I mean, I think the usual strat is to go to one of the cheeks and then one of the ears. But I guess if you if you usually go right, go left. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. The two of you were very close through this whole race. You were swapping back and forth advantages. the recorder was an advantage swap. Finding the ladder was an advantage swap. Finding the bow was a ladder swap. Was advantage swap. Clearing out. We didn't even see you clear out level 1 Fury. How did you do that without us looking?
Yeah, we were watching Thirwolf, and then we were all of a sudden like, wait, Fury's in 9. I guess he did 1. Yeah.
I was probably so confusing everybody about what I was doing. Like, what? Just let Fury get into 9 ahead of me.
Yeah, I don't know. I have almost the entirety of 9 mapped, except for the northwest ear and one spot in the middle. That's pretty much it.
And as you said in the IRC correctly, the northwest ear is where the silvers were. It was a Wizrobe room that you had to clear, as you might imagine. So, I mean, Thirwolf had the boomstick and you didn't, so it's pretty big disadvantage having to clear that with just bombs.
Yeah, I got 100 rupees off of just medium secrets and bought a bomb upgrade for trying to get to the Triforce when I had 0 bombs. So that was.
Had you seen the book in a shop at that point when you bought the bomb upgrade?
Yep, but I said, well, I've got 3 large secrets and like 60 overworld spots to check, and I still have 15 overworld spots to check and 0 large secrets. So
and at the time you saw that bomb upgrade, you had just like run out of bombs with an unchecked wall, so it was a pretty easy call to buy it, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, if I find 2 large secrets, it's an instant boomstick almost, even if it rolls low, but in this it rolled 100, so I mean, who would have thought in a first quest overworld that you would find 0 of 3? It's kind of, that's about as unlucky as you can get on that part, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I was leaving 9 at the end there to go find bombs in the first room and 8, since the Stalfos were pretty forgiving for the most part and giving me bombs throughout the seed, and unfortunately just ran out of time to get that specific room cleared as I saw the trap room and knew that second quest rooms could potentially make that trap room the answer I was looking for.
That was that was really smart strategy that you used a couple times to go grab bombs off of those Stalfoses.
Yeah, I'd forgotten briefly that they were bomb group and didn't know what you were doing, and then for a second, but yeah.
I didn't have a whole lot of bomb droppers noticed because I had 4 that could potentially drop a bomb, and they never dropped a bomb the entire game. So with that in mind, I just went to the one that I was absolutely sure had dropped me bombs in the past.
Speaking of that, Thirwolf, did you get thrown off by the Lionel swapping drop groups? Because for a while it looked like you were trying to farm the blues, but it turned out the reds were the bomb droppers.
I was just trying to force bombs with boomstick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's all. Didn't quite work out too well, but
I mean, the two of you put on a heck of a show. Like I said, you swapped the leads back and forth multiple times, and Fury, I think if you walk in that room into 9 and it's a Korea dungeon, I think you probably take that one down. But it was that close.
Yep. If Thread Ring was swapped with the silvers, if a lot of things happen, maybe I win, but not. And now I get to go down, and I guess it's Zarnax or Eat My Steel that's on our leg, so we'll see what happens against one of them, I suppose.
Yep. And Thirwolf, you have TA 909 in the next round. Thoughts on that?
yeah, raced TA a lot back in the day, back when we were still relatively new, I guess.
Yeah, TA disappeared for a couple of years and then came back
Yeah.
to the tournament, so it's been pretty exciting to see him.
Yeah, we raced each other a lot back in the day. It'll be interesting to see him in the tourney.
Yep. Yeah, so we'll all look forward to those races. The game 1 of Zarnax Eat My Steel, which will determine Fury's opponent, is on this channel tonight at 11. Over on SpeedGaming 4, coming up at 7 is game 2 of Adaginos versus Saver, which is another lower bracket race, and they've done some. It's not an Elite 8 flag set, but they had some side agreements that make it equally obnoxious. So fun to watch. So check that out. Any final words, gentlemen?
GG Fury. Maybe we'll see each other again.
Yep, thanks to everybody that helped put on this broadcast for Speed Gaming 3, and the person that's better in this matchup, I think, probably won. So I'm looking forward to seeing kind of an old school matchup of those two go at it in the next round.
Well, thanks to SpeedGaming for the restream. Thanks to Magic Friends for joining me on commentary. Thanks to CD Improv for doing the tracking for us in the background. And thanks so much to our runners, FurySK and Thirwolf, for a fantastic race here. Do give them all a follow because if you enjoyed watching this, there's more of that on their channels. And we will see you soon with some more Zelda 1 Randomizer.
Have a good night, friends.